Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your main man here at H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor. Got some great content for you, man. For those of you who are in the home-based business arena, doesn't matter what company you're with, Mary Kay, TLC, Herbalife, Malaluka. It doesn't really matter. You need this information, right? So let me see if I can find the stream myself. I don't know why it says that, but nevertheless, there we go. All right, go ahead and comment in the chat, man, if you are in a home-based business or network marketing company, or if you do some affiliate marketing, some online marketing, and you're in the US, and you want to learn how to leverage that thing to build generational wealth. It is critically important that you understand that just having the business alone is a lifesaver, is a wealth generation machine, because the number one wealth building tool in the entire world is what? Is the United States tax code. Guys, if you're working a job, then you are absolutely paying the most taxes of anybody on the planet. But if you're working a job and you have a business on the side, now you're poised to be able to build multi-generational wealth using strategies. So Keisha says, I'm in 4X. Okay, so you absolutely are in position, especially if you're in the States, because that is a home-based business, probably through IML, maybe if you're doing it through a direct sales company like IML. You absolutely should take a listen to what I have to say, and I'm going to show you how to leverage that to build generational wealth, in which case you're already doing, because if you're trading foreign exchange, then you're doing that to grow your wealth that way. But I'm going to show you a strategy that you can use for because you're in the home-based business space. So when I say taxes is the number one wealth building tool, I mean it, guys, because if you're working a job, you're paying a third of your taxes, of your income in taxes. You're paying 25 to the state, and then you're paying another 6 or 7 to the feds. And some of you guys, like in New York and some of these other states, are also paying 2 or 3% in local taxes. So that's about 40% of your income out the window to Uncle Sam. If you have a business, though, you get to reduce that taxable income, and you get to save money in taxes. So some of the common tax write-offs are what? Business use of your home, right? If you're renting, carve out some space for your home so that you can, in your home, so that you can run your office, your home office. The business use of your vehicle. I put about 20,000 miles on my car every year for business. That's a $10,000 tax deduction, right? Business travel. If you're in the home-based space, then chances are you're going to conferences, you're going to workshops, you're going to trainings and events. Well, you should be writing all that stuff off, right? Also, communications, your cell phones, your tablets, your internet, your laptops, all of that stuff, you should be writing that stuff off. And one of the biggest ones that people go without even recognizing is putting your children to work in your business, right? You can pay your child $12,000 per year, up to $12,000 per year per child to work in your business. So if you're interested, I have a document that I will put a link to in the comments when I'm done. My CPA, my accountant did this for me, and it's a checklist on how to hire your child correctly when you're in the home-based business space. So if you want that, just comment in the chat, send me the info, and I'll make sure that you get the link to do that. But let me show you the benefits of having a home-based business. We're going to give you 3 examples today. One person has a job and no home-based business. The other 2 have a job with a home-based business. I'm going to show you the taxes that they're able to save, and then I'm going to give you some suggestions on what you can do with that tax savings and how it can grow into generational wealth for you, even if you never become a top producer or top earner in your company, even if you never become a top recruiter and have the biggest team in your company, you can still build generational wealth using this strategy. So let me hop into screen share really quickly. And while I'm getting screen share prepared, let me give you my disclaimer. I am not, I repeat, I am not a tax preparer. I am not a CPA. I am not I am not a licensed financial planner or advisor. So I'm just giving you some strategies that I use in my life. You, of course, my friend, want to talk to your certified professional in those respective fields so that you can get some good, solid professional advice. But I can at least give you some questions that you should be asking those guys. All right. So let's take a look at this. This is a family, husband and wife, one child. They make $75,000 per year. And example number one, you see it says job, no home-based business. So yes, they made $75,000. And let me just do this. Let me see if I can blow up my screen a little bit. All right. So I think that'll make better for the video. So this is an example of a Schedule C. Obviously, it doesn't have everything on there, but it's pretty good a representation so that you get what I'm saying. So job, no home-based business. So income for the family is $75,000. Business income, $0. Business deduction, $0. Net business income, $0. Did they have any tax deductible investments? $0. So their adjusted gross income is the same $75,000 because they had nothing to adjust it by. Standard deduction at the time of this document was produced, it was before the tax changes of 2018. So the standard deduction, $12,600. And in this case, the exemptions were only $4,000 per person at the time. So you're looking at 4,000 times 3 is 12,000. So now you got, you have to subtract the standard deduction and the 12,000 from the 75,000 to get the taxable income, right? Taxable income is 50,000 at 25% tax rate. That's 12,600. Now, we're assuming this person is in a place like Texas where there is no state taxes, right? But we're going to keep it right there. 25% tax rate, 12,600 is what they would pay in taxes. And as you can see, they had nothing to offset their 75,000. So they pretty much, outside of the standard deduction and the exemptions, they paid as the most taxes that the government can take from them. Now let's go back here and look at my man with a home-based business. So still 75,000, business income was 5,000. So they actually made business income of $5,000. Tax deductions were $20,000, right? So they wrote off $20,000 worth of tax, had $20,000 worth of tax write-offs. So you have to subtract the business income from the business expenses. So they had a net business income of minus 15,000, minus 15,000. And then because they were financially astute, they took the 5,000 profit that 5,000 that they did make in revenue in their business, and they put that into a tax deductible investment. So that allowed them to write off the 5,000 too. So they actually got a total of $20,000 in tax write-offs. Now, once they have subtracted their business tax deductions, their adjusted gross income is $55,000. But watch this. They still have to get a standard allowance, a standard deduction of $12,600. They still get exemptions for everybody in the household. So they still have to subtract an additional $24,600. That brings their taxable income down to $30,400. At a 25% tax rate, that is $7,600 they pay in taxes, or in other words, they save $5,000 in their tax bill. Guys, this is amazing. This is why you absolutely should have a home-based business in parallel to your job so that you can save money. Last example, and then we're going to wrap this thing up and put a nice bow on it for you. 75,000 is what they made, but this time they made $40,000 in their business. They had tax deductions in the amount of $20,000, so their net business income was $20,000. But again, Financially Astute says we're going to take the business revenue and that $20,000, we're going to put that in a tax deductible investment. So now our adjusted gross income, instead of it being $95,000, it's $75,000. Again, they get the standard deduction of $12,600. They get $12,000 in allowances, and that brings their taxable income down to $50,400. Tax rate 25%. That's $12,600 they pay in taxes. Well, you're saying, well, whoop-de-doo, they pay the same amount as the person who did not have a home-based business. But let's keep in mind, they also have $20,000 in a tax-deductible investment where this person has nothing. So let's look at the overall implications of having a home-based business. Clearly, this person is just paying $12,000 in taxes a year. If they don't get a raise on their job and they just keep doing what they're doing, this is what they're going to be stuck with every year, $12,000 in tax deductions. Employee with a home-based business. So the employee made the same amount of income on his job plus an additional $5,000 in his home-based business. The business provided the employee $20,000 in tax deductions. By investing $5,000, which is optional, of course, in a tax-deductible plan, he got an additional $5,000 in deductions, which made the total deductions of $25,000. The employee's taxable income is only $30,400. Taxes owed on that was $7,600. The employee ended up with $5,000 more in hand because they got the $5,000 came into their business in hand, and $5,000 in investment accounts, because remember, they didn't pay $5,000 in taxes that they would have paid because they had a home-based business. That's a total cash flow of $10,000. What happens if this continues to happen year after year with no improvements? They take that same $5,000 and they invest it at an 8% rate of return. That will grow to $76,000 in 10 years, $245,000 in 20 years, and $621,000 in 30 years. Guys, we know people who have been in the home-based business arena for this long, and this is the type of wealth they've been able to amass, but they don't have a huge team. They don't sell a huge amount of products every month. They are working the strategic aspect of having a home-based business, and they're becoming super wealthy. Don't lose sight of the real purpose of having a home-based business. It is for you to get your money right. Now, if you can do it with selling and recruiting, great. 95% of people who jump into a home-based business cannot, but they all can do this. So you need to be sharing this video with your downline. You need to share this video with your crossline. You need to share this video with other home-based business owners so they can start building wealth. Last but not least, the employee made the same amount plus an additional $40,000 in his home-based business. The business provided $20,000 in tax deductions, and they invested $20,000 into a tax-deductible plan, so they got an additional $20,000 in tax deductions. So total tax write-off was $40,000 for this family. The employee's taxable income is only $50,400. Taxes owed is $12,600, same as the person with no home-based business, but here's the difference. This employee ended up with $20,000 more in hand because it didn't go to Uncle Sam, and $20,000 in his investment account. Total cash flow increase of $40,000. Now, what if this person continues doing what they're doing with no improvements? That $20,000, or roughly $1,600 a month at 8% rate of return, would grow to $305,000 in 10 years, 982,000 in 20 years, and 2.5 million in 30 years. And this is without becoming a super recruiter. This is without becoming a super salesperson. This is without having the most robust downline in the industry, all from a simple strategy. So hopefully it is clear that when someone uses the statement, the tax advantage of a home-based business, they do not mean just getting a business and tax deduction for doing nothing. The biggest and most obvious tax advantages for a home-based business owner become greater as you make more income. So you absolutely want to be selling products. You absolutely want to be recruiting. That's what you got in the business for. But most people can't do that very well on the front end. But they can be doing this while they're going through their personal growth and self-development. They can be doing this while they're taking their sales classes and they're learning how to do a quality presentation. They're learning how to prospect and follow up and invite people to meetings and seminars and business presentation meetings. They can be doing this to save them some money so they can afford their auto ship as they start to grow internally, which will help them to grow externally, and they can develop in their business skills and acumen. So hopefully you guys will be kind enough to share this video with others. This is a huge, huge deal in our home-based business space. As you can tell, I'm an advocate for the entire industry. I just love the industry and I want to see everybody win. And the more people we see win in the industry, we can start removing some of the stigma around the network marketing and the home-based business industry, where people want to call it a scam, people want to call it a pyramid, and all that stuff. Let's be clear, the entire home-based business industry in the United States is a $46 billion per year industry. That's more than Major League Baseball, basketball, football, and hockey combined. But we don't tell little Johnny that the NFL is a scam because statistically, chances of him making it to the NFL are slim to none. And that's the first thing that we hear in our industry, that 3% of people make it, 97% fail. Statistically, that is correct. But when you understand these sorts of strategies, more people are winning in home-based business industry than they are on their job. If everybody in the home-based business industry understood this, they would retire a millionaire from their job, whether they can sell or recruit or not, whether they built a big downline or not. So do me a huge favor, hit the share button, copy this link, share it with your team, share it on your timeline. And if you do share it, I want to bless you with a free vacation, 12 different destinations to choose from. All you got to do is come back into the comments section and say, hey man, I shared this on my wall. Where's the link to the free vacation? And I'll make sure that you get it. I'm probably gonna put it in the description as well, but since this is a live, I didn't have the ability to do a description, but I'll go back and edit it and put it in the description as well. But everybody needs to know this, especially in the home-based business space. This will help everybody win. And when everybody wins, the entire industry wins. I don't care what company you're with, it just makes sense for us all to get this portion of having a business down pat so that we can all build generational wealth, even if you can't sell or recruit. So I'm your man, H. Cortez, financialhealthmentor.com. Until I talk to y'all next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every one of you. Now hustle up.